Hey people, good evening. It's Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., 5 degrees Celsius. Kind of a mild night here in downtown Toronto, which is very welcome in my opinion after the cold weather we've been having. And I'm at the corner of Spadina and Bloor Street. And I see Steve Mikra, hello there. How you doing? And Gertage, hello. John Burke, hello. Sanjib and Advisarit. Hardshot, Alan K. Kwan, Tom Bikes, how you doing? Hey, Estella's here. Good to see you. Toronto's doo-wop music guy, hello. Hey, Brad Palmer and Marie Palmer. Both the Palmers are here. And Jenny. Good evening, Jenny. How you doing? Yeah, Sebastian, hello. Whitby Dude, Craig O'Connor, Joel Collins, Wesley T, hello. Kevin Hawthorne, LRM Guitars, hello there. Mark Lang. I don't think I missed anyone. Greetings, Bill Chow, and Bestest Times Reborn, Davey Bocage, my YouTube account, hello. I'm assuming that's what the YT stands for. Scott Briggs is in the house. Alright, let's get a move on. We're going to head west for a while along Bloor Street. So just sort of at the eastern entrance into the annex. Yeah, it's going to get warmer here too, Scott, over the next few days. It's going to get some rain. Lots of rain, I think, is on the way. Hello, Queen West, a former Torontonian presently in Calgary. And how are you liking Calgary? I was in Alberta just not all that long ago, last November, except I was in Edmonton. And I did some videos there too, and a live stream. Hey, Clayton Crawford. Good to see you. I'm glad you're enjoying your new home. As much as I like visiting Edmonton, I have family there. It always makes me appreciate Toronto a lot more. Hello, I like to walk. On another recent live stream, I did walk through the annex, but I walked through the residential streets.
You don't want to be on your camera.
It's a public place, you know? Yeah. So this time I thought I'd walk along the main street. I don't know if you heard, the lady behind me was complaining. Saying, other people don't want to be on your camera. Oh well. I'm sure that's the case with some people. But I just said, it's a public place. And that was it. That pretty much is the end of that argument as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Wayne McKay. Good evening, Morgan. As far as dinguses go, that was a pretty extremely low grade dingus. There are dinguses, and then there are dinguses. Hey, the Martells, hello. Hello, Sanjib, how are you? Here's BMV Books, one of the best bookstores in the city. Looks to be closed right now. They close early. 7 p.m. They're only open later on Fridays and Saturdays till 11 p.m. Hey, what up, old school? How are things up in the old hometown? Hey, Big S, hello. Hello, Ida. Things are good. What's the snow situation like up there? Get a lot of snow this winter? I'm guessing yes. I think I saw a few pictures confirming that. Yikes. Yeah, that's cold, all right.
Yes, sir. What can I do?
Hey, Devin Sullivan. Hello, hello. And hello, Doug. How you doing? And we got Crikey in the house. I think a lot of these places in the annex close a bit earlier on weekdays like this, but are open quite a lot later during the weekends. There's still plenty of people out walking around. And plenty of places are open, don't get me wrong. Restaurants are certainly mostly open, just some of the retail stores are closed now. And I didn't aim the camera at her either, Bill Chow. I didn't even notice her existence until she complained. She was behind me when she complained, so I'd already walked past her without even acknowledging or noticing that she was there. Hey, Bruce Lee, hello. Did I just pass 666 Bloor? Oh, nice. Not as good as 69 Bloor, though. This is something you don't see very often anymore. Like a magazine store, you know? I used to think these were like the coolest stores because they also had large newspaper collections, like where you could buy newspapers from all over different cities. And at one time, when I was a very young man in my late teens, early 20s, I thought it would be cool to open up a shop like that so I could sell maps and newspapers and magazines, but I was mostly into maps and newspapers. Hey Greg, hello, hello. I might have to go into that store next time I'm walking around through here. I didn't even notice it before. More likely to find them at airports. Yeah, that makes sense. And here is Bathurst. Yeah, the Jerk King. I always think of something Seinfeld related whenever I pass by that restaurant. Honest Ed's was right here, Bruce Lee. Yeah, right on this corner. Now it's apartments. Lots of rental apartments. And it's windy here. Hey, Mr. Strides. I hope you're feeling better soon. Johnny's a bit under the weather, so he hasn't been able to stream for the last couple of days since returning from Montreal. I'm sure you'll feel better soon though, and you can get back out onto the streets. Alright, we passed the tall building, so the wind has died down again. That's one thing I don't love about tall buildings, even though I pretty much love everything else about them. But the one thing I don't love is the wind tunnel effect that they create. Is the brass rail still around? Yeah, it is. I've heard murmurs or rumblings or rumors that it's supposed to close or something, but every time I walk past it, it's still going strong. Same with the Zanzibar. I haven't heard any rumors about that one closing, but it's also going strong. Hello, Kelvy. Hello, how you doing? Watching all the way from Brazil. Yeah. Rest up, Mr. Strides. Yeah, much appreciated, Clayton Crawford. Your support is awesomundo. Scott, yeah, I totally watched the whole thing. I couldn't wait to watch it, actually, when it first came out. And I started watching it all over again, actually. I just haven't made my way through it the second time yet. What about the weather? It's about 5 degrees Celsius. But windy, so it feels a bit colder when the wind kicks up. Maybe like 1 degree. That's the wind chill effect that people like to mistakenly quote as the actual temperature all the time, which kind of bugs me. It's one of my pet peeves. It was minus 42 last night. No, it wasn't. It was minus 27 and the wind chill was minus 42. Or, you know, that happens all the time. Hello, Laura. Hello. Good to have you here watching from Mexico. I guess it's Mexico. They're cracking. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Oh, they're cracking. Yeah, I started watching Seinfeld with Megan. We're on season 2 now. And she's enjoying it. We just watched the episode called The Deal, where Jerry and Elaine try to make a foolproof way where they can be friends with benefits. I think Megan said that was her favorite episode so far. Yeah, John Lennon was hilarious in that documentary. I mean, he's always been hilarious, but you can really see how funny he really was, you know? Ha! That's what George said, right, Devin? It can't be done! Hey, Ali BHG, hello. You're on season 3 of Seinfeld. Hey, that's awesome. Another Seinfeld newbie. The Busboy, yeah, I remember that one. That's a good one. I think season 4 was my favorite season. That's where they have that sort of long storyline about them writing a TV pilot. George and Jerry are trying to write a TV pilot. And that storyline gets strung along the entire season. And by the way, we've been walking through Koreatown. I didn't even mention it. So busy talking about everything else. It's a show about nothing. I don't want to give away too much because Megan might be watching the stream right now. I don't want to spoil things for her. Hello, Lena. How you doing? I'm getting like a face full of pot smoke in my face. I think those two people ahead of me. I'll let them walk a bit. The busboy was at the end of season 2? Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. I am very well, Lena, thanks. I remember that episode, Clayton. He's even Steven. Things just work out for me. So now we're walking past Christie Pitts. It's funny how Newman is mentioned and you can hear his voice in one of the earlier episodes, but you don't see him until later on when they actually show Newman, and you can all see what Newman looks like. Before that, he was just a detached voice. What's the name of the park behind the school? Is it Bickford Park? I think it's Bickford Park. This is the Bickford Center. So I'm going to walk west for a little while and then I'm going to start heading south. Hey, Mental Man, hello. Good to have you. That's quite the laugh that guy has up there. Here's the Bickford Park Animal Hospital, so I think we're definitely in Bickford country. You met Seinfeld. Hey, that's awesome. 1990s. That was right when his show was just starting. I think it started in 1989. And the first season was only like 5 episodes or something, so the first season was barely even anything. I think it wasn't until the 90s that the show really caught on. Hey, no worries, Mental Man. Enjoy. David Clippard. No, I never watched that show. Home Improvement. I never really watched that one, you know. I'm not sure why. I think there must have been something else on at the same time that I would watch instead of Home Improvement. Here is Shaw Street. Yeah, all right, Bill Chow. It was good to have you for a while. Hope the rest of your evening goes well. Tool Time? That was a show on the show, right, David? It's like a show within a show. I didn't watch it, but I still knew things about it just because it was so popular at the time. Hey, Abe. Well, I'm glad you enjoy all the walking. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I was kind of looking forward to getting out today. I just sat around being lazy most of the day, and I was like, I think I'm due for some walking. So before I did this stream, I actually recorded a video right before that. Right beforehand, I should say. Look at all the bikes in here. Cycle Mania. Not to be confused with Beatlemania. Unknown commenter. No relation to the unknown comic. Or perhaps there is. Gonna be 78? Is that in years? This is Ossington Avenue. We're gonna head west just a little further. I remember that alley. I only watched a few episodes of that show, but I remember when he passed away. It was quite sad. And I think Johnny Cash also passed away almost right at the same time. That woman almost whacked me in the face with her flailing hand movements as I walked past. She talks with her hands. It's right over there. Whack. Hey, Marsha Mack. Welcome. I'm definitely old enough to remember "Come and knock on our door." I mean, come on. Oh, Chatty Cathy, yeah, I remember that episode. I was quite the big fan of Buffy. And he was also in Bad Santa. That was, I think, one of his last movie roles. And I love that movie. Hey, Chris Mills, hello. convenience store. I think Megan's old work is right up here. This is called the Bloor Court neighborhood here along Bloor Street. Or Bloordale, depending on what you want to go by. Skull Crusher loves Bad Santa. Yeah, it's an awesome movie. Unfortunately, the sequel, Badder Santa, is not nearly as good. And Picard is here. Whoop, 9.9, engage. Are you getting ready to watch season 3 of Picard? I actually heard that it's really good. People who were super critical of season 1 and 2, who downright even bashed it and said it was horrible, when they were given screeners of season 3, like these are critics and whatnot, they are saying some very positive things about season 3, so I'm looking forward to it. I think maybe the showrunners learned some lessons from season 1 and 2 and maybe got their shit together for season 3. So that was Megan's old store back there. She used to work there a few years ago. It's a crystal store. So this is Dovercourt Road. So I think this is as far west as I'm going to go. I'm going to start heading south now. Has anyone watched Wentworth? I haven't. It's the souvlaki place. And this is right near where my sister's house is. Just a few blocks over. She lives in Vancouver now, but they still keep their house here in Toronto. They rent it out. Because one day they might return to Toronto. I think my sister hopes so anyway. Hey, Noble Costs, hello. Glad you could make it. Yeah, I think a lot of people wouldn't mind that, right? What is this awesome old building? It's big and imposing. I don't see any signs. Is it just an apartment building? I think it is. There's still a Santa Claus in here. Please touch the screen. I think I will not touch the screen. This thing is huge, whatever it is. It looks like it was a church, actually. Kind of has a church-like look to it, but I don't know. If anyone knows, 701 Dovercourt Road. What the heck is this place? don't think I've walked down this part of Dovercourt and noticed it before. It's still Christmas, I know. There's quite a few places around the city that still have their Christmas decorations up. And there's very light precipitation coming down. Like it's almost nothing, but it's enough for me to feel it impact my face. Hopefully it doesn't get any heavier. I was not expecting any precipitation when I set out to do the stream, so I'm not prepared. The church lofts, so it is residential now. Okay, thanks, Devin. Former church. Up there is the way I would take to walk to my sister's house. I wonder who lives in there now. Obviously she knows, but I have no clue. $4,000 for a 2-bedroom. Wow. I'd be a bit creeped out paying $4,000 a month. Living in the church part wouldn't bother me. Alright, we're walking south on Dovercourt Road. So this stretch is pretty residential. Most of Dovercourt is mainly residential. There's a small commercial stretch way up at the more northerly end called Dovercourt Village or something like that. Just a couple of blocks of storefronts. It's very cute. It looks like a little small town main street. I know, right, Whitby dude? We can look at some of the very expensive houses along here. These are actually detached houses too, because we're a bit further out away from the core. Some of them are semi-detached, but there are a fair number of fully detached. And you're going to be paying a good, cool couple million at least for some of these places. The farther south and the farther east we go, though, the fully detached homes will start to disappear. And then it'll be predominantly attached housing, row houses, townhouses, and semi-detached houses. But even those are still crazy expensive because you're so close to downtown. Was a Methodist church. Hey, thanks, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Hey, Vivian Johnson, good evening. Welcome. William Long, still game, set in Glasgow. Hey, maybe Megan would want to watch that. She might be moving to Glasgow in the next year or so. Hey, Darlene Labadie, hello. NYC Cherry Groove, New York in the house. Welcome to Toronto, Tirana, T dot, the 6, whatever weird nickname you want to use. Welcome. Yeah, it's quite possible she might be moving there because she applied to a master's program at a school in Glasgow. Oh, sorry to hear you're not feeling well, Vivian. You and Johnny both are under the weather. Hope you get some good rest and feel a lot better as soon as possible. Hey, John O'Meara, hello. Will I be moving too? No, I have no plans to leave Toronto. But I'll be visiting her in Glasgow, of course. William Long, I just had a series of jobs, nothing as interesting as an actual career. And I still do have a job that I just work part-time. Definitely nothing interesting or glamorous. I work there less now more than ever, so I'm closer to making this my career of sorts than I have ever been before, but I'm not quite there yet. Dun, 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 dun. We've reached College Street. Let's head south a bit further here along Dover Court. Novocost, thanks. It's not quite a career yet. I'm still working on making it a career. Now that we're a bit further south, the street becomes a little more mixed. Got some apartment buildings mixed in with the old houses. Crikey, I got a long way to go to catch up to Mr. Strides. He's a full-time YouTuber, and he has been a full-time YouTuber for quite a while now. Say like going on 2 years or so. I would have to sing music. I'll just be the singing live streamer. That'll be my niche. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Subscribe! Here's a Toronto Police Division building. Laneway graffiti artist job. That's a secret. I'll have to try not to sign my name anymore. Hey, Cena NSN, thank you. Hey, Alan K. Kwan, a $3 super sticker. Thank you very much, Alan. Your support is awesome as always. Appreciate it very much. Hey, Mihak US, hello. Fire escape inspector, yep. The taller the better. More for me to inspect. Talking is hard, people. That was a funky hat. I noticed that myself, yeah. Oh, look at, I see a CN Tower popping up in the distance there. It's like, hey, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. I'm still here, people. I'm the tallest. Invent a new root beer brand. Now we're talking. That's how I'll make my millions. Ken Suds. Speaking of that, I have to stop before I head home and buy some root beer, actually. Thanks for reminding me. I was able to pick up a bottle of the $1 Our Compliments root beer at Freshco last time I went in there. I was amazed. It's almost always out of stock. But this time I won't be going to Freshco. I'll have to go somewhere else. Probably Shoppers Drug Mart. They don't have any $1 root beer there. Hello, Mahak US. They don't ever make to think the tower taller. It's not tall enough. Let's build a condo on top of the tower. How about a 50-story condo on top of the CN Tower? That will give it a boost. Make it a glass, square, boxy condo too, because we need more of those. And this is Dundas Street. That's my favorite root beer. I think Mug. I'm going to say Mug. Is that the brand? Is that what it's called? Hey, Funny Dog, hello. You know, I don't think I've ever bought anything at Circle K before. Not in Toronto, anyway. So I'm not even sure what their prices are even like. I should check it out sometime. And you can see downtown way far away. See the tall buildings. We're going to be heading that way soon. Do I think they'll build a tower taller than the CN Tower? Well, it's possible, of course. Probably not in the next 50 years. Just kind of taking a wild guess here, but I could see it happening. It wasn't all that long ago that 300-meter buildings were not even on the horizon in Toronto, as far as new builds go. And now they're starting to be proposed and built at quite a surprisingly rapid rate. There's 2 under construction right now that are over 300 meters, and 1 is beginning site prep. And there are a couple others just right under, like at 299 meters, that are also getting underway. So who knows what might happen. Maybe 500-meter buildings will start popping up in 50 years. Or 600-meter buildings if you want to beat the CN Tower. Yeah, Clayton, I mean, First Canadian Place came super close, obviously. It was built or completed in 1975. Clocking in at 298 meters. And at the time, that was extremely tall. Like, there were hardly any cities in the world other than New York and Chicago that had office buildings that tall at that time. But unfortunately, since then, Toronto has not built another building taller than that until now. Got lots of kind of neat apartment buildings here. And look at peace, brother. These ones are kind of cool. They have these kind of wrought iron old balconies here. Ida, I'm very well. Thanks for asking. It's a nice night for a walk. I know, right? They couldn't just stick a 2-meter box on top. Boom, 300 meters. There you go. Foxley Street. Hey baby, you're looking Foxley tonight. That's me talking to the street. There's one Foxley Street. Is this still a operating corner store? I guess it's just closed right now. What are their hours? They're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, but they're open the rest of the week. Hey Lisa, good evening. Lots of traffic for a supposedly residential street here. I guess Dovercourt is more of a main street than most of the others running parallel to it here, but I think this used to be a factory of some sort. I think it's apartments now. Probably very expensive apartments. There's a car pulling up beside me with music playing. It's like, are you trying to sabotage my stream? They're playing Fever! Ideal Bread Company Factory, 1919. But yeah, apartments. Looks more like Smarch. Yeah, it's very mild. You'd think spring was just around the corner, but we're not quite there yet. I like this building too. I like how it sort of wraps around like that. All four corners here are neat, actually. I'm not sure what this was or is, but I guess it's residential now. Looks like it's empty though. Oh, there's work going on here. Some sort of renovation. And then you got that on that corner. And then you got the awesome old factory building on this one. And you got this cool thing here, which is a store. Closed for now. Or it's a pizza place. It's a pizzeria. Okay, neat. Lisa, is that so? Yeah? Well, thank you for letting me know. That minivan was like completely full, and I noticed every single person in there was wearing a mask. This is a neat building. We got some interesting side streets around here. Humbert Street. Looks like this is being renovated, perhaps. That's a strange place for a door up there on the second level. I take it there must have been a balcony there at one time or something. It's completely gutted inside. I wonder if there was a fire. Hello, Christopher from Carmen, Manitoba. Hey, welcome. It's been like that for a long time. That's unfortunate. William does not like the root beer. Well, at least there's plenty of brands to choose from. If you don't like one, you can always try another. The only one I really don't like is the President's Choice brand root beer. For some reason, to me, it doesn't have the proper root beer taste to it. What's my favorite kind of pizza? I like veggie pizza. Let's walk through this alleyway. Lived in Toronto for over 40 years. Wow. I'm just working on 13 years. You like the random off-roading? Yeah, it's a good thing I'm wearing the off-roading shoes. Hey, Jamie 1985. Hey, my pleasure. I always like walking through alleys whenever I see them. I'm still discovering new ones all the time too, even in my own neighborhood. I think I'd know where all the alleys were by now, but not the case. I'm not sure if I'll walk along Queen for long, maybe just for a block or two. We are just right on the other side of the Queen Street storefronts, actually. All these buildings we're looking at front onto Queen Street. there's some pretty cool graffiti in here. More like street art, actually. A lot more effort goes into these pieces than typical graffiti, or at least a lot more care and thought goes into them. Hey, Shatsy Puffy. Is this a dead end? Let's find out. Hey, Anna V. You wouldn't dare? Well, a lot of people in Toronto wouldn't dare to do what I'm doing right now either. But sometimes I'm like, whatever. I want to walk through an alley, I'll walk through an alley. Now I got sucked into a whole labyrinth of alleyways here. Hey Lisa, $10. Thanks for the art show. Hey, my pleasure, Lisa. Oh, thank you for the generous super chat. Yeah, I enjoyed walking through there too. Now this is Ossington Avenue. So I'm not going to head back north again because we already came from that direction. I always call this the fish wall. I used to live around here very briefly when I first moved to Toronto. I think I've shown it before, but we're just literally a minute away, so I'll show it again. My very first apartment in Toronto, just over here on Given Street. And I always like walking down this little side street whenever I would head over to Ossington. All these neat little row houses here. And of course the fish wall. Bruno Smokey, that's the artist. Thank you. Wow, Lisa, you know a lot about the street art in the city. I'll have to try to remember all these facts for future walks. This looks like a Philadelphia kind of residential street here. Toronto does have a mix of that kind of stuff. Some streets look like Philadelphia, some streets look like a little bit like Montreal, other streets look more like classic Toronto. And I see the top of the CN Tower. Some streets look like Queens. There's even a few areas that could pass for Brooklyn. And right in the heart of downtown, there are areas that look like they could be Manhattan, to use your typical comparisons for big American cities. And there are some areas that look something out of Victorian England also. It's like you got a little bit of everything, really. And you have more typical suburban looking neighborhoods that are pretty generically North American in appearance. So this is Given Street. Hey, Ava V, $5 for my alley walking courage. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate your support also. And look at this house. This is where I first lived as a brand new Torontonian in 2010. I lived there for about a month. That's all, just about a month. I rented a bedroom there. My friend was renting out her extra bedroom. So I was like, I'll take that. So that was my brief time as a West Ender, because it didn't take me long to find my own apartment. And I've been in the same place ever since, on the east side of downtown. Yeah, if I were to think of classic Toronto streets, I would think of streets with the Bay and Gable Victorians. You don't see those houses anywhere else really, so that is Toronto to a T. So if there's ever any show or movie that is filming in Toronto, pretending to be another city, if I see one of those Bay and Gable houses, I'm instantly like, oh, that's Toronto. It's a dead giveaway every time. And they come in different styles also. They're mostly attached or row houses, but there are some fully detached Bay and Gables, although they're rare. Usually they were attached at one time and their neighbor was demolished at some point, leaving them standing alone. Hey, Jim Martin, hello. Good to see you. What the heck do we have here? I was wondering who the sleepy subway rider was, Clayton Crawford. Looks so comfortable, I just couldn't bring myself to wake you up. Let me cross away from the Muzak here.
I would have figured out once I got out.
Socks are on sale. You can't go wrong. Everybody get your socks. I go through socks like at an unbelievable rate. I'm currently wearing the socks Megan got me for Christmas that say "Do not disturb, I'm watching YouTube" on them. I like them a lot. It is a great night, Lisa. I'm just having a great time walking around. I usually do, but some nights more than others. Sometimes you're just really in the mood, you know, just to sort of wander for hours. Do I go for high quality socks? When I buy them, no. I usually get those 8-packs or 10-packs of cheapy socks that last about 3 wears before your boots or shoes wear a hole in them. But Megan buys high quality socks when she gets me them. Yeah, it's going to be quite mild again tomorrow. I think even more so than today. And the lack of wind also really makes things a lot more pleasant. There have been a few gusts here and there tonight, but right now there's really not much of a wind at all. Do I own any sock puppets? Have I ever met Ed the Sock? I haven't, no. Speaking of sock puppets. Surprised I haven't actually, because he has his YouTube channel now where he's sort of recreating the old man on the street type videos that he used to do as part of Much Music. Well, they'll talk to random people on the street and then play some videos. And he's usually hanging around downtown all the time, so why I haven't seen him yet, I do not know. It's bound to happen eventually. I know, wasn't that just lovely, Lisa? I quite enjoyed that whole experience there. Jim, yeah, we're on the plus side. Well above zero. Here's Strawn Avenue. I was talking about this on my long live stream to Etobicoke. Not Strachan, Strawn. Hey, Joe Smith, good evening. I think we got our first sirens of the night. Remember the Much Music Spotlight? I have like dozens of old videotapes full of recorded Much Music programs from the 1980s and 90s. So I have whole episodes of Spotlight and City Limits and Coast to Coast and Much West and Much East and all those shows they used to show. And that goofy game show that they used to play. And tons of just random videos when they would just play videos randomly for an hour. You remember Chum and Sam the Record Band? Yep. There's a fire escape I've never climbed before. I do still have a VHS player, oh yes, and it fully works, and I have a whole bunch of VHS movies, old classic movies. Goes without saying though, they're on VHS. Hey, Dave in Bangor, Maine, hello. Can I put it on my channel? Well, I do show it in my little YouTube short. I recently posted a YouTube short where I do a 30-second tour of my apartment. And I show my VCR and I show one of my VHS movies. Since we're going down memory lane a little bit, walking past my old place of residence, I also looked at an apartment in this building here when I was looking for apartments, and I almost ended up living here. I looked at a bachelor apartment here. Thanks, John O'Meara. It was fun to do. I had to do a bunch of takes though to get it right. I think about 9 takes I had to do before I was satisfied. And even the final take I wasn't completely satisfied with, but I was like, geez, I can't just keep doing this forever. Just post it. So in 2010, I looked at an apartment here that was renting for $700 a month, all inclusive. Or was it $750? It might have been $750. And then I was literally about to take it, and then I came across another available apartment which was renting for $695 all inclusive for a bachelor. And that's the one I ended up taking, and that's the one I still live in now. This tower just keeps popping up everywhere. Elias Cyprus. Yeah, Greektown is nice. We're quite far away from that right now though. That's all the way over east of the Don Valley. Hey, a cat. This cat doesn't like people, I don't think. Or at least not strangers. It was a black cat and it crossed my path. Oh, I better run home and hide under the blankets. Looks like a nice quiet town. Well, maybe on this particular stretch of this particular street at this particular hour on this particular night, it's a bit quiet. I don't think that really describes Toronto as a whole, though. Hey, have a good night, Vivian. I hope you feel better. Get some good rest. Get some good Z's. Drink plenty of fluids. So this is Richmond Street we're walking along. And it is very quiet indeed right here. Good night, John boy. Yeah. Na 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 bum 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 na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yeah, the tower just will not go away from this point on, pretty much. It will always be there, looming like the Eye of Sauron. Yeah, this end is very residential and quiet. Once we go further east, it'll suddenly start to look a lot more like a downtown street. Start to get some larger buildings and commercial uses will start mixing in with the residential. Hey, Fars 746, how is Sherbourne and Dundas nowadays? It's still not that great. Probably hasn't changed that much since last time you saw it. Still a very interesting area to walk through. You'll see things, you'll hear things. Last time I did a video at Dundas and Sherbourne was just last week, actually. And there were a bunch of police cars there. I didn't know at the time, but someone was just fatally stabbed not long before I started recording my video there. So the police were still on the scene. So that pretty much sums up Sherbourne and Dundas. Hey, Megan's in the house. Hey, how you doing? It's a magic number, although we're past it now. And this is Bathurst Street, so this is where we cross into what is considered downtown. And all of a sudden the street takes on a much more built-up look. I need more likes. Hey, I can't disagree with that. If you're watching, if you're enjoying, do me a solid, hit the like button, and then hit the subscribe button too if you haven't already. And come and say hello in the chat. It'd be awesome to have you make yourselves known, although you don't have to. Everyone's welcome to just lurk. I do it all the time. Hey, Leslie 1971, hello. Just tuned in. Well, welcome. Except for the odd dingus. The dinguses interrupt my chill. Willie, of course, yep. Every view counts, or every person who joins the stream counts as a view. Yeah, I could walk through Graffiti Alley. Here's Portland Street. This stretch of Richmond isn't terribly interesting. It's not like I'll be missing a lot by walking through Graffiti Alley. And Queen Street here. I went along the entire length of this in my last video, although it was in a streetcar, but still. So this is Graffiti Alley. Pretty much every alley is full of graffiti, but this one is the chosen one that gets the special name and gets all the attention and gets all the people with cameras looking for Instagram pics and gets mentioned in the tourist brochures and all that sort of thing. Hey Sanjib, have a great night. Oh, Lisa knows all the artists with pieces up here in Graffiti Alley. Of course it's dark, so we won't be able to see everything as well, obviously. But it does kind of provide a kind of a cool, spooky vibe. And it's still a functioning alley too. It's not just all for show. There's like all sorts of garbage and litter and everything you expect to see in an alley. All the back doors of these businesses along Queen Street. And at times it does smell like a back alley too. There's like garbage bins and things that are stored back here. There's these sort of feeder alleys that You can go out onto Queen Street. Almost like little tributaries off of the main river that is Graffiti Alley. So this is a new building. This used to be an old wall of an old building, and they tore it down along with all the graffiti that was on it. And then they built this new building. And so now the new building is starting to be re-graffitied, I guess you could say. Oh, thanks Lisa for the info. It continues on. Well, I am carrying a phone on a stick. I could use that as a weapon. I'm sure that would hurt. Get a gimbal over the head. Don't mess with me, man. I got a phone on a stick. This gimbal weighs 1.5 pounds, man. You don't want this coming down on your skull, buddy. Lisa has done her homework. Scam, yeah, geez, I've seen that name on walls around the city for years, like before I even moved here. Some of these pieces have been here for over 10 years. Other ones disappeared and were replaced with new ones. I'm not sure who gets to kind of remain and who gets painted over. I'm not sure how they decide that. Maybe Lisa knows. Some pieces are considered special, perhaps. Ramsat. Oh yes, there's tons of this sort of stuff all around downtown. They just kind of know that some pieces are not to be disturbed, at least for the time being. I like this one. Justin Mercado, hello. Yeah, glad you could catch it. While I'm still live and in action. And as you can see, it's legit. And we've come to Spadina. Now we're really coming into the heart of downtown. Whoopsie. I just got a notification. I didn't think to plug in my power bank ahead of time. I was having so much fun. Let's see if I'll keep it alive. Just plugged in my power bank. It's not super cold right now, so hopefully the phone won't suddenly die. Hey, see you later, Estelle. Hope you enjoyed the walk around. Says 10%. It dropped from 15 to 10 in a matter of a minute. So if it does suddenly die, thank you everyone for watching the stream and for all the support. And for those who sent super stickers, I appreciate it very much. But let's hope it doesn't die. Let's hope it holds steady here at 10%. Because I'm not ready to stop yet. I'm still having fun walking around. It's still at 10%. And this time my power bank was fully charged too. I made sure of that. I think we're going to be okay because it has not dropped any lower. Hey, Alan K. Kwan, $2. Root beer, root beer. Thank you, Alan. Yes, and that is my plan for later. After the stream ends, I am going to get some root beer. I appreciate all the awesome support, Mr. Alan K. Kwan. Hey, the Martells. Well, I'm not ready to end it yet, but if you are, have a good night. I'm going to keep on streaming as long as my power bank keeps the phone alive. still at 10%. I think we're safe.
He was like, yeah, actually.
I remember when I was streaming on that really cold night a couple weeks ago, my battery hit 15% and I got a notification. So I plugged in my power bank, but it was so cold that the power bank would not even keep my phone alive. It just drained down to nothing in a matter of minutes. That's why cold weather sucks. All right, it's going up now. It's at 11%, so we're officially in the clear. The phone has been saved. And so has the stream. Neville 6000. Yeah, one of the many reasons why cold weather sucks. Hey, Sapand is in the house. Hey, how you doing? At least it's not overheating. I know. Really hot weather also sucks when you're live streaming. No extreme weather, please. Live streams don't like it. Too hot, too cold, it all sucks. I remember my phone would sometimes overheat twice in a matter of 15 minutes when I was trying to live stream. There's the tower peeking between buildings. You're lurking. Hey, that's cool, that's cool. Yeah, and another neat mural. Hey, high fiver, hello. Any alleyways? I walked down a whole bunch of alleyways. We just walked through Graffiti Alley, and before that I walked through some random alleyways in the West End, around Ossington. Got Muzak, another thing streams don't like. Got Muzak from two different places right beside one another, and even across the street. Walking through the entertainment district can be a bit dicey for potential copyright claims. Hey, Lil XO, hello, hello. You'll be at Dundas Square after 5. You mean tomorrow? Yeah, if you give me a time tomorrow, I could definitely be there. Missed some amazing graffiti. Ah, it happens. That means it'll be there for next time. Yeah, I can take a walk down to Dundas Square tomorrow, say I'll be there at like 5:15 if that's good. More peaking tower. So 5 p.m. Right at 5 p.m. Yeah, I could do that. Yes. Thank you very much for the gift. I was actually in Etobicoke recently also. I didn't make it all the way down to New Toronto though. I was in Mimico. What is this going on across the street here? It's a authentic Greek restaurant, but what is this music they're playing? Ay, ay, ay. It's loud. It's loud and annoying. No, sir, I don't like it. I do not like it. All right, Lil XO, 5 o'clock at the path entrance to Dundas Square. All right, I will be there. It kind of does, doesn't it, Lisa? Here's John Street. So we're right in the entertainment district now, kind of the thick of it here. Music sounds like Tetris. Yeah, looking forward to it, little XO. Got music coming from every direction around here. Just looking up towards Queen and John. Yeah, I'm not sure about Johnny because he's not feeling too well. So I guess you'll have to get a hold of him and see what he's up to tomorrow, if anything. Or if he's watching right now. I'm not sure if he is though. He might be conked out. See, they installed the signage on this new building here, Thompson Routers. Routers? I say routers, maybe I'm saying it wrong. It's a tall building there. I don't think we'll have a problem, Tom Bikes. I think right by that path entrance there, I think it'll be pretty easy to spot one another. Alright, now the battery's up to 12%, so it's going up. It's still going up. The walking man dude just appears whenever he wants to arm wrestle another YouTuber. Look at this guy dinging on the sidewalk. Hey, get out of my way. I'm trying to ride my bike down the sidewalk. What are all you people doing here in my way? Jeez, do I have to ring my bell at all of you? Chaska Street Food. It used to be where Burrito Boys was a long time ago. Then they moved to the bigger location. So we are walking out of the entertainment district and into the financial district. We just hit the 2-hour mark. You can see the LED lighting up at the St. Regis Hotel building up there. Hey, Sterling Campbell. Hey, good to see you, man. That's an old friend from the hometown. It is a nice night for a walk. How are things in Cornwall? That's where you are now, right, Sterling? We're going to walk past the big giant head. Calling the big giant head. Yeah. I like the lighting feature on the building. The artist who is responsible for that just passed away not all that long ago. He also did the famous geese in the Eaton Center. I think that piece is called Flight Path, where you see all the geese hanging from the ceiling in the Eaton Center. His name was Michael Snow, I believe. Neville, yeah, they were the total heart of the nightlife district And it was all warehouses and things of that nature. There weren't too many tall buildings at all around there. Just these kind of mid-rise, old brick warehouse buildings. Many of those buildings are still there, but the nightclubs are gone now. And the condos moved in. And now a lot of those old brick warehouse buildings have condos on top of them, such as that tall one there. Ah, glad to hear it, Sterling. Yeah, our snow is all melted. We had some, but it never lasts very long in Toronto. If we get a couple weeks of snow on the ground, that's usually as good as it gets. The big bank towers. You got First Canadian Place. We were talking about that earlier. That's the 298 meter office tower. And behind it is Scotia Plaza. Yeah, the TD buildings are not visible from here, but they're over that away. You might catch a glimpse of the TD buildings between these other buildings. Yeah, I can see some bits of them over there. Yeah, it's a great night, Sterling. It's mild, not windy. The sidewalks are nice and clear, at least downtown anyway. Still a bit icy in spots here and there because all the snow has just been melting the last couple of days. Hey, have a good night, Tom Bikes 416. Glad to have you. Hope you enjoyed the walk. Yeah, now the entertainment in the entertainment district is of a different sort, right? Because the theaters are still there. Like the live performance theaters. You got the Princess of Wales Theatre, Royal Alex, the Tiff Bell Lightbox, and everything associated with that. Still lots of restaurants, and got the Roy Thompson Hall, and so there's still entertainment, just not nightlife type entertainment so much. There's a few clubs left, I think, right, from the old days, but most of that scene has moved further west along King Street now, west of Spadina. Here's the Big Giant Head, as I like to call it. It's actually called Dreaming. That's the name of the piece. I think Big Giant Head is a better name, though. Hey, Janet, hello. I hope you're enjoying the walk. The Big Giant Head. Wide on one side, narrow on the other side. And even the narrow side gets narrower. Jenny calls it creepy. Yeah. And apparently it's a woman's head too. Sometimes it's not that obvious, but I assume the big ponytail in the back sort of It's supposed to let us know that the big giant head is a woman. You can check your stocks. Oh no, Dunder Mifflin is down 80 points. Sell, sell, sell. Hey, Mike Kirk, good evening. That's what you get for investing in Dunder Mifflin. It's a dying industry. There's the Cactus Club. I always like to call it annoying douche music place. I always try not to walk past there when I'm live streaming. I never even went to a Cactus Club until I was in Vancouver recently. I think that's where Cactus Club began. That's the home base of Cactus Club. We went there for dinner, my sister and my nephews and Megan and myself, and it was all right, I guess. Now we're in the bowels of the financial district here. Where the streets are narrow and the buildings are tall. And where steam pours out of the manholes. This is the sort of street you expect to see Batman suddenly appear chasing like the Penguin or something. I see the Batmobile kind of slowly crawling along the street through all the steam rising from the manholes. Hey, high fiver, $10. How far is food? I'm not too sure how far the food is from here, but I'll definitely put that towards whatever I end up doing after the stream. Thank you very much for the generous support, high fiver. My only plan that I have now for after the stream is I'm going to buy some root beer, but food is definitely not out of the question. trying to do like Blade Runner style music there. There's more steam over here. I think there's a guy sitting in all the steam. That's a good place to hang out if you're trying to keep warm on a cold night. The vibe is there. Yeah, that's the thing. It'll keep you warm, but it'll also make you really damp. Your clothes will get all wet. Probably not the best thing to have happen when you're trying to stay warm. There's a nightclub inside First Canadian Place down at the bottom. It's more like a bar slash restaurant. I'm not sure if it qualifies as an actual nightclub or not. I am getting close to Nathan Phillips Square. What building is this straight ahead? This is Old City Hall. Dates from 1899. So that was the City Hall until 1965 when they replaced it with this over here. So this is called New City Hall, even though it's, you know, almost 60 years old now. But it's newer than that one, so it's not as old City Hall. How about that? I don't think new really applies anymore. So you have really old former City Hall and current not as old City Hall. And this has been oft repeated now in both my videos and Johnny's videos, but the clock tower here at Old City Hall is taller than the clock tower in London, England, the famous clock called Big Ben. The tower there is not as tall as this one. That's a good question, Linda Jane Jackson. The old one is sort of built like a bunker, but then again, this is also a solid concrete thing as well. This wouldn't be easy to bring down. It has that brutalist concrete sort of built form to it. Save the clock tower! 30 years ago, lightning struck the clock tower, and it hasn't worked ever since. Do they have Muzak playing over here? They usually do. I don't hear any. This is like a rare occasion being able to come here without music playing. No copyright claims tonight. Do I know how to ice skate? Geez, I haven't done it since I was a kid. Is that something that you never forget, like riding a bike? Yeah, literally, I think I was 11 years old, maybe, the last time I did it. Just wasn't really into the wintry type outdoor activities. Try it again. Maybe one day. Dong. Dong. Psych. What time is it anyway? $9:51. Dong. Let's not use the word dong out of context. This is a PG live stream. Dong time. We don't want no dong time in this live stream. No, 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 no. That would be for sure a demonetization situation. Anna V, oh yeah, you see people roller skating. I mean, it's not like tons of them or anything, but yeah, you see it.
Musical grounds.
Bad Boy Bill. In 2000, holy jeez. Weren't you still in high school then, Sterling? I think I met you a couple years after that, maybe, like 2002 or something, 2003 maybe. let's just go. Get one jaywalking segment in the live stream. Ah, okay.
Why you back in the room,
I don't think I knew you went to college in Stony Creek. Learn something new every day. This is Trinity Square. There's the Church of the Holy Trinity. That is old. It dates from the 1830s, I think. I think there's a plaque on it. I guess these are just lights, not so much Christmas lights. They're just pretty lights. Whoa. Okay, 1847. My bad. But still old. Still old. The Little Trinity Church in Corktown. Now that one dates from the 1830s. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. They both have the name Trinity. Hey, Elaine Kalman, you just subscribed. Well, thank you very much. It's good to have you here. Hope you can come back and enjoy many more live streams and all my other videos I post. You got the old with the new, which is a typical scene in downtown Toronto. You have a building from like the mid-19th century next to a brand new condo building or something. And this is another super old building here. Probably also from around the same time period as the church. This might have been built at the same time, actually. Like the rectory or something. I don't know. I'm just talking, making things up as I go along. I don't see a plaque on this one. Yeah, there used to be some regular city streets cutting through here with more buildings, but most of it was torn down when they built the Eaton Center. So lots of old buildings, a couple blocks of old buildings on some cross streets between Bay and Yonge were basically erased when they started constructing the Eaton Center. Still kind of bummed about that, because I've seen some photos and it would have been nice to have those buildings still around, but that's how things went in the redevelopment craze of the 1960s and 70s. So now we're walking through another alley. There's a couple people there doing something sketchy, so I just kept on walking. Yeah, I think Albert Street was one of the streets that was pretty much erased. There's still a street called Albert Street, but there's not anything on it anymore, and it actually runs right through the Eaton Center now. And look where we are at. Just like that, we've emerged into the center of the universe. Elaine, it's not very cold actually. It's pretty mild out. Maybe 5 Celsius, if I were to estimate. Got the flagship Muji store. And they're replacing all the billboards on this media tower here. Maybe they're going to add more video screens. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing there. They took down all the ads below the existing video screen, and there was a smaller video screen that was there that they took down as well. So maybe they're going to put up another larger video screen underneath the existing one. Just go full screens ahead, man. That's what I say. The more big screens, the better. This is the place to do it. Might as well go all out. Don't hold back. And we got more music here. Oh, it's the breakdancer guy. The breakdancer guy. He's been here as long as I've lived in Toronto. He's been there doing his breakdancing. One day he'll have to get too old. It's bound to happen. He'll just be like, oh no, I can't do the worm anymore. Oh no, I can't spin on my head anymore. Uh-oh, he'll be down to like one move. This is the only move I got left. Have to do this move until I can't even move anymore. Yeah, the Believe guy was not there. I think he only comes out in the kind of daytime hours, 9 to 5 kind of thing. I don't really see him at night much. Oh, Little XO, so do you want me to meet you right here? At this entrance to the path, right here? Popping and locking. Oh, the red vase. Oh, okay. So right over here. Yeah, I can meet you right here at this red vase. No problem. Either red vase. I'll be standing right there. I'm sure you will recognize me. Even without my phone and gimbal. It's like, is that him? He doesn't have a phone on a stick. It's hard to tell. Excuse me, sir, can you hold a phone on a stick? Just to confirm that you are indeed the Ken Continuum. Ah, there we go. That looks much better. Yes, that's definitely you. How I Met Your Father. I heard that show is not good. I haven't seen it, so I can't really confirm that for myself, but that's what I heard. Hey, look, an Ontario Northland bus. Look at that. Sterling. A little bit of homes rolling right by here. It would have been awesome if it said North Bay on the front, but it didn't. But still cool, though. That company is headquartered in North Bay, Ontario Northland. And here's Shoppers Drug Mart. So inside there is where I'll find root beer. So I'm going to wrap up the live stream here at Yonge and Dundas once again. So I hope you all enjoyed the walk all around the west end, basically, of the city. Walked along Bloor Street for a while, down Dovercourt for a good length of it, part of Queen Street, Richmond Street. We walked through some alleyways. That was fun. I enjoyed the alleyway walking, including Graffiti Alley and a few unnamed alleyways. And eventually we made our way through the entertainment district, the financial district, and here to the epicenter of the city, where I am about to get my root beer. So thank you all for all your support. It's been awesome. All the comments were wonderful. I enjoyed conversing with each and every one of you. Thank you to everyone who supported the channel. A big thanks for all your support with your super thanks or super stickers or PayPal donations. I appreciate the heck out of you for that. And of course I will be doing another stream in the next few days, so keep an eye out. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening on my channel, as I do every day when I don't do a live stream. So hope to see all of you there at the premiere tomorrow, probably 7 or 7:30, somewhere in that range. And until then, I will continue. Have a great night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Let's take one last look around. And my gimbal did not like that. So what better time to wrap things up as my gimbal decides to crap out on me. All right, later everyone. See you tomorrow, little XO. Yes, looking forward to it.